Wow. It's hard to believe that during the high tide, this whole area is covered by water.
We're Michael and Holliff. Together with our German Shepherd Kana,
this is for you.
We've been traveling full-time around the United States in our camper van.
Kana, what you doing?
We arrived in Canada to explore the vast land of the Great White North in our home on wheels. Previously, we explored the breathtaking island of Grand Manan along the Bay of Fundy coastline in New Brunswick.
I like it. Nothing wrong with it at all.
We're continuing our road trip exploring this beautiful province. On to our next destination.
Today's road trip is going to be about an hour and a half to St. Andrews, which is not too far from the border of Maine, but our main destination is Minister's Island. Ready, Kana? All right, up. Stay there, stay. Good girl. It's gonna be a fun road trip.
It will be a fun one because this time we're taking my mom and dad on our road trip to Minister's Island. This is their first time in 20 months to take a journey outside of Fredericton. So naturally, everybody's excited to embrace the opening of New Brunswick tourism again.
Well, we made it to St. Andrews, and this is basically the gateway to Minister's Island. Little information about this road. Currently, it's a low tide, therefore we'll be able to drive across or walk across. However, because of this is part of the Bay of Fundy that have the highest tides in the world, during the high tide, this road disappears. Beautiful day like this, of course, a lot of people taking advantage of it.
Driving the road to Minister's Island can be quite rough. At full tide, the connecting bar road is under 14 feet of frigid salt water, twice a day.
Well, not in the van. I wouldn't bring the van over here probably.
As expected, road conditions are always different, and potholes can be expected. It's a beautiful sight to drive this unique road though.
It's hard to believe that during high tide, this whole area is covered by water. Crazy!
There's a lot of stuff on this connecting road, which is also the ocean floor.
Lots and lots of people coming into Minister's Island today.
Hey Kana, hi.
Kana and I just getting outside and stretching our legs. Kana, she's really afraid that she's gonna get left behind. She's panicking because she wants to stay with Michael. Kana, come here. A lot of people are just walking on this pathway because there's a lot of colored rocks that people are seeking for. I didn't see any, unfortunately, but doesn't mean they don't exist.
How you doing?
Good morning. Have you prepaid your tickets?
No.
Okay. I'll just ask you to stay here in line and we'll get you processed as soon as possible.
Almost there. Should have bought our tickets online.
Well, should have done it yesterday because we couldn't do it this morning.
Oh, here's a Jeep coming. Get out of the way.
Yep.
Has anyone been here before?
No.
All right. Put this on your dash. Give it back to me on your way out. You have till 3:45. Would you like a trail map?
Yes, please.
All right. There's 22 kilometers of walking trails.
There are a few things to see on Minister's Island, and we're off to our first site, which is this mansion called Covenhoven.
Dogs are welcome on Minister's Island. First time in Minister's Island? First time?
Yes, my son.
Good girl, Kana.
Minister's Island became famous in the last decade of the 19th century as the summer home of Sir William Van Horne, an American and the president of the Canadian Pacific Railway in the late 1800s. An introduction to the site was given at the beginning of the tour.
Minister's Island, who was the Anglican minister over in St. Andrews at the time. Now, about 100 years after him, the Van Horne family came, and they decided to make this island their summer home.
COVID restrictions are still in place, but visitors are welcome to self-tour the mansion.
It's a pretty big place for a summer home. I've been told it's about 40 or 50,000 square feet, which is pretty massive. The Van Horns named this place Covenhoven, which in Danish, I believe, means safe harbor. So it's probably the same word as Covenhoven, which is Copenhagen.
It's a typical 19th century luxurious mansion with an opulent dining room, study room, library, bedrooms, and kitchen.
Be careful now. Pretty good payment.
Very fancy.
Yeah.
Quite an artist.
It's an interesting visit for Mom and Dad, while it's quite challenging to navigate the tight corners and bumps with his walker.
Even the servants had a better bedroom than we have in the van. Behind me is the flag that the Van Hornes would raise when they were actually here at the cottage.
And just outside,
Whatever it is, it looks delicious.
next to the summer house, is the Bathhouse, overlooking the Bay of Fundy.
It's a beautiful location for a bathhouse. I'm sure money can buy, a lot of things, and this is one of them.
It's a long weekend in New Brunswick right now, so there are a lot of people here at Minister's Island. We came in today, we had probably about a 30-minute wait to get in, which isn't bad, but considering that the tide comes in at about 3:15, it would, you want to kind of get in and get out and finish it as quickly as possible. Well, we've seen the house, now we're going to go down to the carriage house, the windmill, and see the rest of it.
The rest of the compound includes a windmill, a gas house, and a carriage house.
There's a horses go here.
Look at there's the shoes there. Look up here. Well, that's a big one.
They say that it's the original on the thing.
That's right.
It's amazing that all this stuff is still here and that it hasn't been lost to time.
Look at the bicycle in the corner. The thing is, we didn't pack any lunch today, so we gotta find whatever food we can find, which in this case, either banana bread or chips.
You brought banana bread?
No, they sell banana bread.
Everybody else here brought picnic with them. Get salt and vinegar chips is the best.
No.
And pack a lunch.
Yes. And I got the Lay's ketchup flavor. Made in Canada.
Not everybody.
So you can have one on mine.
Well, didn't she have, you brought out some stuff for her?
We just brought a water bowl.
Before leaving the island, the last place we visit on Minister's Island is the barn.
We were told that they just spent $2 million renovating this barn, and they just look as good as new.
Guided tours are available at the barn.
There. So the barn was quite easy to work in for its time. It was a pretty good place to work back in the
Which was
day.
used for breeding Van Horne's prize-winning Clydesdale horses and Dutch belted cattle, one of the only such herds in North America. The farm was also home to pigs, geese, ducks, chickens, and turkeys.
Another one of the milking wings. So back in his day, of course, they milked them by hand. Then they would take the milk. There's a little room here just on the left. If you look in on the right, you'll see a little filtration system on the wall there. So they would collect the milk.
This was a very advanced barn at the time. Look at the ceiling of the silo.
Inside the silo. It's a beautiful building. I mean, it's really well preserved.
So here, the old steam pump there behind you folks. That's the water pumping system there.
Beautiful
Huge, yeah. That's a lot.
Still in the barn. It's bigger than my house.
It's a lot newer. This part is a lot newer.
There would have been an extension of an arm going out the door. Just dump it out there, or put a track over there, and maybe there was something.
These
else
structures
there.
surrounding the barns are a creamery, smaller barns, and living quarters for the workers.
There's a lot of trails here that you can hike around, but unfortunately we didn't have time or ability to do it this time. So we might come back sometime to do it.
The island is only open for roughly 5 hours, based on the low tides during the day. So it was time for us to leave the island. Our next destination's somewhere that 4 of us are excited to get to: lunch. We headed out towards St. George, New Brunswick, to visit a small but famous fish and chips place called Ossie's. It's a popular spot for locals and visitors alike. Here at Ossie's, fresh seafood can be ordered at any one of these windows and brought over to the back of the restaurant, where picnic tables are set up in a big grassy area.
Popular spot. We're having lunch.
Yeah, not yet, we're not. I'm starving. number 16, and they're at number 57.
Did you get Michael?
Order number 61 at pickup window number 104.
Food, finally.
Yeah. Woohoo!
Some chips.
Hungry mouth to feed. Fish and chips looks good. Is it good?
I don't know if it's Phillips. Those two pieces are, there's enough there.
Crispy batter. Oh wow, that looks good.
Everyone was pretty happy to eat lunch, which, by the way, was delicious.
We're having fish and chips lunch. Fish and chips lunch it is. It's a good for hungry stomach.
Those aren't homemade fries either, are they?
That was a lot of fun. I like that. It was really a beautiful house.
Yeah, and the island itself is so unique, and I think the four of us really enjoy our trip. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up.
If you want to follow our adventures around North America, push the subscribe button, and if you want to get notifications every time we post something new,
Hit the bell.
thank you very much for watching.
I love all these dishes. He didn't buy those at the dollar store.